This is CAM drawing 108, and now there is basically a blank sheet of paper. There is merely a center line and a reference point C, which is the starting point, and on the bottom right hand side of your page you will find that there is a camshaft, which is that circle there, 20 diameter, and then it has a distance from the center to the tip of my cam follower, which is that there, 30, and those angles here from my cam follower is 60 degrees, and my follower's dimensions are all there. You'll see that point C is here, so that is where you're going to start. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to copy this here over on that side. Let's do that. You can use a circle template with a diameter of 20, and you can place it over here and you can draw the circle if you have a circle template. If not, you will have to use a compass, the traditional way of doing it, which is very difficult if you have small circles to draw. So let me try. I'm going to put it on the reference point C, and I'm going to just walk this circle around like that there. Perfect. I like to hatch my camshaft. That's my small circle, and I have this idea of just hatching my camshaft and making it clear that that is my camshaft. Alright, and then I'm going to measure up 30 from the center. There's my 30, and I'm going to mark that 30 there. That 30, what I can do, they don't show it here, but that is my minimum radius. So I'm going to do a circle from there right around like that. Oops. Let me just start again. That's a circle that I'm going to draw, which is called my minimum radius. It is that there. And fix that circle part there. Okay. There we go. Then I'm going to draw this cam follower with my center line there. I know that the angle at the tip is at 60 degrees like that. So I'm going to use a 60 degrees from that tip point there, that side, and 60 degrees like that. And I know for a fact that the thickness is 9, so I'm going to go 4.5. 4.5 this side and 4.5 that side to make it 9. And I'm going to draw that like that there, and like that there. And my height of my follower is 55 from the tip. There's 55. I mark my point at 0. And then I'm going to darken this whole section here. Okay, I'm going to darken that, make it nice and clear, and that is my camshaft that or my cam follower that I'm busy with. Okay, there we go, there we go. Alright. Immediately after I've drawn that, which is basically the given here, I am first going to create a baseline from the tip of my cam follower and draw my cam displacement graph, which has all the dimensions here, cam displacement graph, and every 30 degrees will equate to 8 millimeters apart. So I'm going to get a starter line any distance away, as far to my right as possible. And remember, I'm going to use that 360 as my end point, and then I'm going to measure 8 millimeters. Let's make that 8, and instead of measuring 8, I'm going to take my compass, put it on here, and just complete 12 eighths like that there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and the final 12 point. Always make sure by counting it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You know what happens next? All my lines go up. So up it goes, faintly up, or from that point that you've marked at the bottom or the base of my cam displacement diagram. Okay, there it goes up. And the last one would go up like that. My label, very important. 2 lines here for my displacement graph label. And then 0, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210, 240, 270, 300, 330, and 360 is already there. Cam displacement graph. I'm writing it very fast. You have to print it nicely, graph, and then the scale here, you have to indicate the scale. 8 millimeters equals 30 degrees. Perfect. Right, you've set it up. Now, you are going to work from the specification of the movement as it progresses throughout the graph. So from 0, that is where you are now, at 0. That is the 0 and 360 which is there. So it's going to start and finish on that point. So that is where you are now. From 0 to 90, the first reading there, the follower rises 20 with uniform motion straight. For the first 90, so you're going to go 90 degrees that way, so you are at 90, and then 20 millimeters up. Okay, so once again, 30, 60, 90 is here, and 20 millimeters up. So there's my 20, and I mark that is where. So immediately when once I have that point, I'm going to draw a line that jumps from here till there. The next bulleted point says from 90 to 150, the dwell period. Dwell means it doesn't go up or down, it just remains straight. So from 90 to 150, which is 60 degrees extra, it's not having any movement. So I'm just going to draw it straight like that, which is going to be there and there. And then it says further, we've done that now, from 150 to 240. The follower rises 30 millimeters with uniform motion. A further 30 on top of that. So from 150 where we are now to 240, so that is 280, 210, 240. Now it's important that you measure. It's going to be on this line and you measure another 30 up, which is there. And just to make sure that you bring that across. So that is going to be my point there. So it jumps from here another additional 30 up, okay, over that period to 240. And then from 240 to 360, which is the end, the follower returns to it with uniform motion to its original position. So from there it goes right down to 360. Okay. So it's important that this line is nice and dark, so you can just go over that line and make sure that that line is perfect as it is there. Right. What you can do, you can also box this by putting a little, put it like that in a box, right? Now, very important, that is your 0, that's your 30, everywhere it crosses with a line, that's your 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210, that's your top point where it goes the maximum to 40, and there's 270, that's 300, 330, and then back to the start. The first thing that I'm going to do after that is to create a maximum radius. So I'm going to take the top point, project it across there, and create an outside point, the furthest point actually. And then you can work within that space. So that is where I do my compass from the center point there, and I just swing a compass point right around like that. Now I can work within this space there. Immediately there are 12 spaces here. I'm going to create 12 spaces here. That's half already with a center line. 4 spaces, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now with your 60 and 30 you're going to create 12 spaces in a rotary format through your 60 and 30 degree lines. And that's why I said if you work within this frame, you can stop your line there. Okay, like that. And if it's too short, you can just extend that by moving your T-square up. Now 0, 360, that's there. If you look at the camshaft rotation, it is a clockwise rotation. Very importantly, clockwise means it goes that way, and I can put my arrow there, or you can put your arrow on the outside, doesn't matter, but you have to indicate with an arrow how this camshaft is turning. So that is clockwise, as it says here in your instruction, which basically means your label is going to go anti-clockwise. 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210, 240, 270, 300, and 330. And now you're going to start. The first point is already there. The second point is there on your 30, so you're going to project it onto your center line, and you are going to take it from here to your 30 point, which is there. I hope that's clear. That's your 30 point. The same process you're going to follow with your 60. There, and project it across to your 60 point, which is there. You have to draw these lines. You are getting marks of those lines in the exam, and clearly mark your points. The next are 3 points in the same line. So I'm going to take all 3 on there. It is 90, 120, and 150. So you can take your compass and project that through 90, 120, and 150. So that's going to be your 3 points in the same line. Then it rises to the next point, which is your 180 point, and you plot that from there to the 180 mark, which is there. Okay, that's your 180 point. The next point is your 210. Now in this situation, when it comes to this half, you can actually take your arc along that side to get to that point there. Your 240 point is already there. It's on the most outside line, so it's going to be here. If you take that this way, it's going to be here. Then you go to your 270. That's my 270 point there, and you just, if you bring that down to 70, it's going to be right here. Then you have your 300 here, bring it to my 300 point, which is there, and the last point, which is your 330 point, project across and take it onto an arc onto that 330 point over there. Now that you've marked all your points clearly, as I've done, that's your first point. Just remember, the tip is always your first point. So now you take and you draw a faint line connecting all the points. All the points will be connected faintly first, and make it nice and curved, no straight lines till there. Once you have that, you will take your pencil and you will draw a dark curved freehand line connecting all the points. Make it nice and smooth for your cam profile to formulate from your cam displacement diagram. Great stuff. Hope you enjoyed this drawing. So very important, just to recap: cam displacement diagram, cam profile. This one feeds off that one. This one can also feed off this one if you reverse the process like in the previous drawing. But you always draw that first and then you draw this if you are given absolutely nothing on the page and you have to draw both. Enjoy!